going over it, I am going to cold call to see who also did their homework. So, Michael, what is this number end up being? Right here. This one right here.
47.
How'd you get that? We added up the boys and the girls that said yes and got 47. Beautiful. Jeremiah, what'd you get for this one?
75.
75. Perfect. Valeria, what did you get for this one up here? What did you get for this one up here? 63. Beautiful. How'd you do that? You added across. Perfect. Sean, what's this one right here? How'd you do that?
80.
Added across. Perfect. Ariane, what's this one right here? How'd you get that? You added. So if I add these two, or if I add those two, you would get the same answer. Perfect. E, how many boys were surveyed? 63.
You got that. 63.
63, how'd you get that? You're right, how'd you get that? Look at where on your chart does it say that?
Total.
That total boys, right? Total boys is 63. Amaya, how many girls were surveyed? 59, beautiful. Hugo, how many people said no? 75. Michael, what percent of people said yes?
120.
Not 120. What percent? 47 people said yes. 47 is my part. 47 people said yes. Out of how many people total? 122. How do I figure that number out as a percent?
You divide the denominator by the numerator.
Or the opposite, the numerator by the denominator. So in your calculator, you can even put that into ND, and then you can put second and that parentheses, and it changes it to a percent. What do you end up getting when you do that? You got point what?
I got point 30 something.
Yeah, so did
I
I.
was right.
It is point 30 something. What is it though? This is part of your next unit, so you want to make sure that you're paying attention. So it should be away, Michael. You keep checking to make sure your work right. Thank you all. 0.39. Now that's a decimal. How do I turn that to a percent?
You gotta divide for 8.
Not divide. Move the decimal or multiply by 100, or you can do that 0.39 in the second. That button that says second parentheses, and it turns it into a percent. This would be 39% is your answer. Did anyone get that correctly? Correct on there? What about what percent of the people who were surveyed are boys? Who wants to give that a try? Because this is our next unit. We're kind of guiding into what our last unit that we're going to be doing this year.
Bet I got it.
Go for it, Jeremiah. What would my fraction be? Like, what are you typing in?
63 and 122 at the bottom.
Beautiful. How did you come up with those numbers? Well, how did you come up with that 63? Where did 63 come from?
Because it's the total of boys out survey.
Good. So you got this from the total boys out of the total people, right?
Correct.
And then what do you end up getting? What percent is that?
I got 51, 6, 3, 9, 3, 4.
Good. Like 51%. What was it? I wasn't even listening. 51 point, yeah, it is 52. 51 point something above 5, so it would be 52%. Now this says what percent of those that said yes are boys. So what percent of those that said yes, that's your denominator. So how many people said yes? 47, right? So out of the people that said yes to my 47, out of the yesers, how many of them were boys? So how many boys said yes? Good, 37 boys said yes. So I would put in my calculator 37 divided by 47. And so this is for the boys that said yes. What do you end up getting? What is it? 78%. Remember, you just do 37 divided by 47, and then you can just multiply it by 100. It actually will round to 79%. Cool. What percent of the girls said no? So what should be at the bottom of my denominator? Why? It's the no section, but it said what percent of the girls? So that means out of the girls, what girls said no? Does that make sense how we're setting that up? So out of the girls, how many girls said no? So how many girls were there total? 59, and how many of those girls said no? 49. What do you end up getting when you divide that? And then multiply it by 100. Is it 84 or 83? 83.
Yeah, I definitely
49
got
over
it wrong.
59. Is this making a little bit of sense?
Yes.
Cool. So what percent of the group were boys who said no? So what percent of the group, so the group is the total amount of people. How many people were in this group? Total.
1, 2, 2.
Yeah, 122. How many of them were boys who said no? How many boys said no? We go up here. How many boys said no? Good, 26. What do you end up getting when you get that? When you do that?
0.21.
0.21, which ends up being 21%. Lastly, what percent of those who said yes are girls? So when I look at this, I look at all the yeses, right? Because those who said yes are girls. So how many people said yes? How many? How many said yes? 10 girls said yes, but how many yeses were there total? Including boys and girls. 47. So then you divide that, and what do you end up getting? Good. Then multiply that by 100. What do you get? So he got 0.21, and what's that as a 21 or 21%? Just multiply 0.21 times. Cool. Before we go to the next part, does anyone have any questions? I see a lot of people on their phones. Now I need us to put our phones away. You've got 2 days till break.
Today and tomorrow.
Today, and we only have a little bit left of today and tomorrow. And so I need to make sure that you understand this. Does anyone have any questions about any of these before I do my check for understanding? Mhm. Does anyone have any questions? No? Cool. So you're going to turn that paper over. And now this is almost like, you remember the puzzle that Ms. Thompson gave you guys, where they gave you, did you get this class? Come on, word puzzle? Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Where she said, like, she gave you clues, like, this person. Unhided. Maybe not, no. But you're figuring out the missing value. So this one's a little bit different. I'm going to do the table with you. You guys are going to answer the questions and hand that in for your check for understanding for today.
Yeah.
So, first, I'm going to only do a few with you. It's like a puzzle, right? So I'm only going to say one. This is like a puzzle. So I'm going, okay, here's my totals, right? So I need to find missing pieces of the puzzle. The first one, easiest to find, is probably this one, right? I could go, okay, if the total of this row is 104, and here's one of them, here's the other, how do I find the missing piece?
You subtract all that.
Drum roll. Beautiful. Did everyone hear what Jeremiah said? So Jeremiah said, take 104, which is your total, because I know total there's 104, and he said subtract all these other ones to it. So 37 and 45 and 16. Subtract all them from 104. Whatever he gets left, he knows is the sophomore who likes math. So when you do that, you end up getting beautiful 6. Then you can go over here and go, okay, here's totals in this column. I know there's 96 total, and this has 29 and 45. What does this column have to be in order to get a total of 96? So you're going to start, it's almost like a puzzle. So you're trying to figure out the missing pieces. Like as soon as you get this one, you'll be able to do that row. So first you need to figure out the puzzle and figure out which numbers go where. So I'm going to give you like 3 minutes, it should not take longer than that, to fill in the puzzle. We'll go over it, and then that way you're going to answer the rest of those questions. That is your check for understanding. You are handing that in for a grade today. Frequency chart.
Well, what's up starting off with?
Start with the superpower.
So what's on superpower?
You looked at.
Start with the superpower. You don't need to do the yeah.
I don't know yet. I really don't know yet. I know. You know. What you want for superpower, bro? You want for superpower? You want for superpower, bro? What? You want for superpower, bro? Alright. That's my question.
Oh!
Straight? Yo. What you want, brother? What's your superpower? I want that. You want versatility, bird? What do you want? I wish I could probably be like, no, I have no
What do you mean, no? I have super speed.
Yo, what's the superpower? Blind back, blind.
I would fly. I would fly. What would you be?
What?
What are the options? Flying, super speed, or invisibility. Probably invisibility. Yep.
Ariana, what is it?
I was in the hallway yesterday.
Yeah. Why the like? Man.
He was like, invisibility. I want super strength, kid.
What month are you?
Tomorrow I'm having
March.
Should I have them make them or should I?
Yeah, what's birthday? Here's all my son's birthday, bro.
When's your birthday?
I got you, bro.
It's May. It's May.
Oh, mine. Where's Mark? Oh.
That's what I said. Like, it's not a great grade, but considering that she's watched. I think she's actually this next country will pass all of it. I think she has the potential to if she does the work. If she literally shows up, she does it. Yeah. Because the next unit's comparing. So she'll be able to see. You have about a minute and barely any access. All right, 1 minute left. I want at least a superpower one done.
Ariana, when you was born? Yo, superpower, Ariana, when was you born? October. I'm born.
But you can paint on
I be going to lunch and get all back to the house.
Valera, you can do some work on that? What?
Yo, what was your pocket?
Tally. For both. Oh.
It's May.
October. I'm not.
He made, y'all see this, he made.
Alright, so sit back down. Now, let's make sure everyone got the right data. If you are a male, raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 males. That means your total should add up to 9. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you should have nine people you've surveyed that are boys. If you are a female, raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, we are at 5, 6.
7.
Wait, what?
7. Valeria's just too busy on her phone to raise her hand.
8, good girl.
Y'all try.
So, how many people got 9 and 7?
I get that,
I didn't get that.
I got 8 and 5.
So, if you are a male that wants to be invisible, that's your superpower. Raise your hand if that's the one you picked. Any other males? It was more than that.
Yeah, way more.
3 males? What? Derek said.
I got 4.
Who else said that they would want to be invisible in this class as a male? Raise your hand, all at once. 1, 2, 3. That's 3. How many females wanted to be invisible? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, this was a big one. How many males wanted flying as a superpower?
You didn't get hit by the plane.
How many people? No males want flying?
No.
No, I'm not
You
one
get hit by
male.
the plane, then you shoot out the air.
You can race a plane. How many females wanted flying as a superpower?
Y'all want to fly?
I'm going to let it slide in the back.
How many? All right. Next. Stop. How many males wanted super strength? Raise your hand. How many males wanted super strength? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It does not add up. You didn't answer. Caleb, what do you want? You're the one who wanted to fly. Yay. There we go. We found it.
Yeah, he different.
Now do we have everybody? Because no females, because we have 7. Does everyone have that written down on your survey? Yeah.
Hold on. Wait.
people total want it to be invisible?
I'm
7.
3.
7, right?
Whoa.
3 and 4. How many people wanted to fly? 4. How many people wanted super strength? 5. And then how many people total are there?
14. Right? No.
16.
16.
Oh.
Good math.
That's easy.
I'm saying that one.
So now you are answering the questions right below. So now you're answering the questions right below based on your class's data.
Why don't you do the other one first?
We're gonna save that one.
Why?
Now, before we're coming to like 6 minutes. We're gonna give you options. We're gonna create one for you guys for tomorrow. A category, so it's categories. You guys see the difference between like how many siblings you have and how many pets you have, as opposed to these are categories, right?
Right.
And we want to do something that you're interested in. So does anyone have any ideas of what they would want to do? A two-way frequency table. What do you want to survey your class on? Raise your hand. Favorite shows, but you have to come up with the shows because I don't know y'all.
I bet SpongeBob.
No! What's another one? Dragon Ball. Okay, we'll get into shows in a second. What else?
Another category?
What shoes people like?
Shoes, your favorite shoes.
We got the food you like.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Enough. Enough. Raise your hand if you want to suggest something. What else would you like to survey your class on?
Yeah, I'd like to hear suggestions.
Sean.
What type of, no, actually, I'll just say movies, but that's kind of the same thing as shows.
But you can know because we usually like action movies or the type of movies.
Yeah, workout.
What, raise your hand.
Oh.
Maybe like favorite sports.
Yeah.
Favorite sports or activities. Is it sports to watch or to play or for
Both.
What's your favorite exercise? Like what do you like to do for exercise?
Yeah, you gotta do.
What else, Gabrielle? Favorite ice cream flavor? Now, what are different ways that I could split your class up? This example was boys and girls. How else can I split your class up?
I don't know.
Categories. Ages. Besides boys and girls. Ages.
14 and 15.
How tall?
Height? Okay, good.
Yeah, like,
What else? If you have glasses or not?
Well, it's only 2.
Yeah,
I
that's
have
3.
That's one more extra.
I thought.
Things you like.
Who prefer cats and dogs? Something like that.
Wow.
Animals. Favorite animals. What about like what middle school you went to?
Summer hour game, you know.
Peekaboo.
Summer hour.
Remember our plan this
Go to
month?
bed, getting stuck in.
I think that's what
I would get somehow,
Let's go with that.
Peekaboo low-key dead somehow.
What's another one?
Where you from?
East Coast or West Coast?
Oh, born in Georgia or not born in Georgia?
What block you from?
Everybody not here.
Well, we're just doing our class. So born in Georgia or not born in Georgia? If you've ever been to a different country.
So we been.
I've been to Jamaica.
I've been
Jamaican make you eat a lot.
Stop! Oh my God!
Actually, I'm with Tarek.
All right. Any other categories that you can think of? We're gonna vote on it.
You gonna vote on it?
Yes, you're gonna put your heads down. Put your heads down.
Right now? I might go to sleep.
And we're doing 2 different sets. This is set 1. So you're holding you're raising your hand only for one.
You only get to pick one.
Out of all those categories, get
No, out of these.
All right.
This one is gonna be a different.
Hold on. Let me think. I didn't think about it for a second.
So exercise, movies, shows, shoes, sports, ice cream.
Are y'all listening to make sure you know which one to vote for? Because we're only doing this one.
Yes, ma'am.
What?
And
Oh, I want to add favorite candy.
candy, favorite candy. Favorite fast food.
Love it.
Yeah.
Wendy.
Ew, what?
Alright, so y'all see it. Y'all see it. Alright, put your heads down. I'm gonna vote. I'm gonna have you vote. Only vote for one.
Everybody's heads down.
Alright, if you want your favorite fast food to be it, raise your hand. You're only voting for one category. Favorite food. Or fast food. Candy. Sports. Shoes. Shows. Favorite show.
What are you for?
Watch your head. Movies.
Oh, look
I can hear them.
Exercise. Your favorite exercise. Ice cream. Your favorite ice cream.
A lot of y'all didn't
A lot
vote.
of y'all didn't vote. So we said that there were 16 people in the class. Look how many people voted.
That's
Nine.
They
Minus
choose one.
two.
Which one?
You're
Y'all
whack.
gonna try this one more time.
Wanna
All
fight?
right, so it doesn't matter. I want you to look right now. Pick yours in your head.
I have mine.
Pick yours in your head. Great. Okay, everybody's heads down. Once you're ready to pick,
You say you can't vote.
Alright, ready? Quickly, because we're about to leave. Exercise, raise your hand. Exercise. Movies. Shows.
I know they're
Just say real quick,
shoes.
Shoes. Sports. Favorite sport. Candy. Fast food, please. Alright, shows are the winner.
You didn't say ice cream.
You put her hand up.
You didn't say ice cream, and we still ended up
Ice
voting.
cream.
Wait, we got these SpongeBob, Dragon Ball, Simpsons, Family Guy, Rick and Morty. Yeah.
Jeremiah, what you're doing during halftime over there, you're finding
We did already.
5 shows, 4 shows that everybody can see.
Four?
Yeah, you're fine. You're reporting back.
All right.